Okay, hey everyone, Mrs. Peterson here, and I just finished that last page, and I wanted to show you something that I didn't talk about, and that is save. So up here in the right-hand corner is this save. And honestly, just like when you're in Photoshop, you want to save periodically, because it's not like Canva. Canva saves as you go, but here you want to make sure that you tell it to save, and you'll be so much happier if you do. So what I like to say is save twice, because you never know how the internet is acting. And so if you save twice, and I've had students who save 3 times, because after you lose a design, it just gets super frustrating. So now I've saved this and it's in here, and I'm going to go ahead and switch to text. Now I showed you before the texts that we're using, and that was just, to help you out. I've already taken them off of this so that I can just demo it here. So I don't want to use the default styles, and yours will probably come up like this, but I don't ever want to use them. So I've noticed that if I put this, they'll hide, and then I have just the text that I'm going to use. So the first thing I want to do is I want to put my title, and I want to say that your title does not have to be at the top. I want to say that your title and your subtitle do not need to be right next to each other, and I also want to say that you can put your title in the middle and your subtitle in the middle. You can put it on the bottom. You can move these up to the top. The more variety, the better it ends up looking in the yearbook. But remember, this side of the page and this side of the page should look very different. So I have a lot of frames on this side, and I have a few on this side. And some of you could say, but oh, that's not very many pictures. But we do have some sports that we didn't get very many pictures for, so it will work out for some of us. So here we go. This is the subtitle and this is the title. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab the title. It turns green. I'm gonna click on it up here, and it gives me a text box. I don't want to go anywhere outside of that purple or it's like a pinkish purple. And there we go. That is my title. I'm going to go ahead and change it so the person who's going to be designing this page knows that this is title. Title here. And it's big. It's a big title. We're going to go ahead and leave everything left justified, and later on, if we want to center it, we'll do that. Now I want my subtitle right below here, but I will show you that the T on this is not all the way down this box. So typically my subtitle a lot of times has more words on it. So I'm going to grab my subtitle, it turns green, I'm going to log it on there, and I'm going to move it up a little bit so that, not that the T, the bottom and the top match, not that they match, but that there's less space, and I'm going to go ahead and move that across too. Now yours might not go across. You might have it in an area like this. It's up to you, okay? So now I want this one to say title, and I want this one to say subtitle, so that they know that's what they're putting in their subtitle. Oh, this is not the right size font. Oh, I did it opposite, y'all. The title is 50 and the subtitle is 25. So that's good. I can actually go over here and change the style. I actually think I can click on it and change the style to the subtitle. There's a way to do it, and you will investigate, but right now I'm going to go ahead and take that subtitle and try it again. That's it. I knew it was smaller. Okay, that looks better. But there is a way to change it once you've already done it. I'm like, that is so huge. So I just deleted it, and I'm going to put this one. The rim around the box will not show, but I want it to get it a little bit closer to the title, because otherwise it's going to run into my pictures. So there's my title, and I want to change type here to type subtitle here, or subtitle here, or something like that. And I'll be grading you on the fact that you have these things labeled correctly and the right font. So okay, come on, you can do it. Subtitle. I guess I'll just go over here and delete, subtitle. And it's not letting me type, so let's try again. You'll have better luck than me, apparently, because I'm not having good luck with this. I'm going to try it one more time. Well, you know what to do. You're going to put it here. And then, oh, if you see that hand, it means you can move it somewhere. So it could be that I made the letters too small. Subtitle here. I know all these lines are crossing over each other, but when you eventually take the grid off, it's a lot easier to see. And when you take this background thing off, it's a lot easier to see. But I'm going to keep the grid on for the same reason of designing. But when you finish, you'll take that off. So now I would have the text box here for the coaches, this text box for the team name. I'm going to go ahead and do that because I want the person who's designing to know that's where the team names go. So here's a green box, and I'm going to put it here, and I'm going to align it, and I could either align it here, or technically I could align it here, depending how big your team is, right? And alignment would be good here as well. And here, I'm gonna need to zoom in a little bit here. There, see it says type here. We're gonna go ahead and put team names here. It's so hard to see, but it will be better. And then I want the same size for this, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab it. So it's red. Let's try again. Grab it. Command Z. Oh, I might be on the background layer. Let's see what layer I got to. Nope, I'm still on the content layer. And so for whatever reason, it's not letting me copy that. There we go. Command C, Command V. And then I'm going to move it up here. I'm not going to go anywhere past this pink line with any words. I can go past that line with pictures. And I will tell you that last year I wasn't sure about it, but it is true that you can touch the edge of a photo with a text box, and it won't let you, when you start writing in there, it won't see this blue line. That's as far as the letters will go before they wrap. So it's really better alignment if you line it up like this, but if you actually touch the pictures, you're going to have better alignment here. And then this particular one would have a number in it because, let's see, I'll go here and delete, because these are going to be numbered boxes. That's part of your design. So I would put a 1 here, and then the person would start typing, and then they would put the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I also need to make sure that all these boxes are numbered. So I'm going to get a caption. I'm going to put it here, and it's just going to be the number 1. Everything looks so crowded with this new method that they have here, but I'm going to put that up there in the top left, and it says type something here. So get it to do it. There. Delete, 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 1, period. And it might end up being another color, but we don't have to worry about that. And now that I have this, I probably would duplicate that. I'd grab the text box itself. Sometimes you have to grab outside of the box in order to get it. Command C, Command V, and put a 2 here. Command C, Command V, put a 3 here, put 4 here, put a 5 here. And that way when they're doing their text, they can do it here. The last thing is I will definitely want a name box under these special frames that we have here. And you want to get it the width of the picture, and probably down to there would work. And right now it says 1. Come on, there we go. And this would be athlete name, and they can work on that. And then we duplicate everything. So now I have my left side done, except, I didn't finish putting all the text boxes in. But let's say you have the left and the right done. Now you want to make it so that we can see what it is. You're going to go back up to view. You're going to take off the ruler. You're going to take off the grid. And then we're going to go to this thing that should be locked. Remember, we tried to lock it before. So it looks like it's not locked. Let's see. When I push delete, it's gone. Okay, now look how nice and neat that looks. Doesn't it look good? Again, you're not worrying about the background color or anything like that. And now we have a nice looking. Of course, you would have done this side as well. And then there are some things that clean up, and I'll probably just do that in another video because you're probably not going to get to that today anyway. All right, I love you. I miss you already. Go out and change your world for the better. Save, 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 save.